I'm gonna sit down and play some Sega Dreamcast. The cast.
Tell us what you're doing here.
I am selling merch for my video game cover band, Those Who Fight. We're a Final Fantasy rock opera.
This game is not good.
This is Felix Hergood of the Emergent Gamer Podcast. I'm Felix Hergood. I'm here at the Too Many Games, what is this, a festival, a convention?
I like to think of it as a festival.
I'm sitting here at the Too Many Games Festival. We're just grabbing people left and right here. I'm here at Too Many Games 2015, and I found the Wii Fit trainer.
Hello. Yeah, I was saying I saw you staring at the water fountain over there. How do you get a drink if you're thirsty?
Here we have Jon Snow.
Jon Snow.
Yes, and I'm here with GameSack. Who do we got here again?
David.
Joe. Jeremy Greger of Lunawolf Studios.
Jeff Fisher of Lunawolf Studios. Neil Nowaki with the local coordinators for the Dungeons & Dragons Adventure League.
Caroline Jones, I'm an illustrator, and I'm here to show off some of my awesome artwork.
So I'm here with Dean of Vidar?
Vidar, yeah.
Pronounced it right. And I found a vault dweller who roamed out of the vault. Is it just a monitor, or you're a monitor? That's what you are. You're a monitor.
This is an interesting curio I found. It's a Civil War themed board game.
So in particular, I came to support a show called GameSack. I'm a huge fan. I took a little look at their panel they had earlier, learned a lot about the show, and to pick up some exciting games.
Do you guys have time to actually play some games?
We do. It's not as much as I'd like. I got a full-time job on the side, of course, but there's time. Yeah.
That's actually a really good question, because I do all of the editing work, and so I have less time to play than I actually like. But when I get a show done, I just sit there and game.
I get called Jon Snow all the time, like out in public, so I figured why not buy the costume and come here.
Are you saying waste as in, like waste? What are you talking about?
What is your biggest takeaway of today, Wii Fit Trainer? Is it athleticism? So people spend all day long telling you that you don't know shit, that you know nothing.
Yeah, I've heard it way too many times now.
Oh, you mean poop?
Poop.
Games, we combined our booths with a local friend, Geek Monster Games. So we put our booths together because we collaborate on several projects. So over on the far left, we have his game, Undercog, which is in development. People are enjoying it right there. It's an RPG action adventure. In the center here are the games we collaborated on. The first one is Fungeon Crawler, which is a procedurally generated dungeon crawler. The one right next to it is Haberdashery, which is an endless arcade runner. 360 degrees. It's up on Newgrounds right now, actually, hoping to release it on mobile in September or so. And finally, we have Project Hope, which is solely Lunawolf Studios. Puzzle, strategy, turn-based game. So,
I don't recommend you ever be the South in that game.
They probably won't rise again.
Well, you're going to start off with like virtually no resources.
It's easy for me to poop, yes.
Usually I do my style kind of based on like an Eric Carle sort of South Park. All my artwork is done in collage, so all the colors are made with different pieces of paper. But I'm inspired just by everything around me.
I pulled a lot of inspiration
from actually from like city builders and stuff, or games where you're slowly getting people into your town. I wanted to see what happens if you turn that on its head. So let's say the town is actually full when you start, and as you progress, it becomes more and more of a ghost town. What does that look like? How does the game evolve and still actually feel like it's progressing rather than, well, and at the same time devolving a little bit?
So the characters, when somebody dies, feel like remorse?
Yes, absolutely. You know, so certain characters, if it's like a loved one or a family or something like that, it really can shut them down. It can cause like their plots to spiral out of control. One character, if he loses his son, is a very religious character until he loses his son, and then his quests become very heretical and like assuming the son predeceases him.
Yeah. Being a cyborg can be lots of fun, though.
The Adventure League is an international program. We like to progress a seasonal storyline that we release all across the world. It's intended to be played at relatively the same time so that the adventures develop across the world, giving people like things to talk about, you know, relating how they played each week. It's a weekly event, so it's great for game stores. That way they can have extra events that they register with the Wizards Play Network, kind of like boosting their ratings and standings with the company.
Like TVs, CRTs, and computers, you name it. Anything that's like a CRT, they put on their head.
Anything else you want to say to the Emergent Gamer podcast and its fan base?
They know nothing.
What's your name, sir?
Mike.
Mike. How long did it take in your character creation process to come up with the name Mike?
It took a good long while. There were a lot of different possibilities. I dwelled on it for at least a good 15 hours of gameplay there. But eventually I settled on it. It seemed nice. Seemed like it would work.
Did you enjoy that character creation tool when you made your face?
We're happy to be here. Thanks for accepting us. It's been a really good experience for us. So,
watch GameSack. Thank you.
You spend a lot of time on your Wii Fit at home?
I do, yes. It's the first one. It's the remake. It's not the one I'm looking for. It's not the droid I'm looking for.
Kevin Oats is in an incessant search for Resident Evil 4? Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube. This is Felix Hergood for the Saturday wrap-up of Too Many Games 2015. I'm here with Kevin Oats. Thanks a lot, Kevin Oats.
Back to you in the studio, Carrot.